It's not a black thing.
It isn't a white thing.
It's not a woman thing.
Nor is it a man's thing.
Not only do adults have it,
But children do too.
Curly hair is everywhere.
Curly hair can be traced back 500,000 years to sub-Saharan Africa, where many people believe to be the birthplace of the human race.
In order to have curly hair, multiple genes have to react together to morph the follicle shape. The follicle shape is caused by the single nucleotide polymorphism RS12130862 and its alleles T and A. The alleles position themselves at a 790, the position of trichohyline. Instead of a leucine in trichohyline, methionine takes its place. This leads scientists at Medland to believe that the methionine is oxidized by a reactive species, which results in either a change in protein regulation or structural variation.
curly hair is considered a minority in society, but in reality, scientific research shows that curly hair is actually the majority.
Things like hot combs, flat irons, and blow dryers make it easier to mask one's curly hair, but not without a negative aspect. It is time consuming.
How long does it take you to straighten it, and is it worth it?
Well, it takes me about 20 to 25 minutes to blow dry my hair, and then to straighten it, it takes 45 to an hour, depending on how frizzy it is after I blow dry it. And most of the time, to me, it's not worth it because I like my hair better natural anyway, but I do it just to look more professional or something.
If so, how long did it take you to straighten it? Was it worth it?
It takes me about 2 hours. Me and my Korean student Lynette just like put on a Korean movie and we straighten it. And it lasts about, I try to make it last 4 days.
Was it worth it?
I don't think so. My hair is still frizzy afterwards. My mom calls me half black because it just looks like I have a weave on.
How long did it take you to straighten your hair?
Like 2.5 hours?
Was it worth it?
No.
How long does it take you to straighten it? An hour and a half, 2 hours. And do you think it's worth it? Sometimes because there's dry shampoos you can put in your hair when it's straight, and so you can put it for a long time.
How often do you straighten it?
Probably like 3-4 times a week.
The very beginning, it took me a very long time to do my hair. It would be about an hour for blow drying and an hour for straightening. And over time, my hair has gotten quite straight. As you can see, it's not as curly now.
Women with curly hair are stereotyped as unruly, less professional, and less attractive than those with straight hair. These stereotypes pressure curly-haired people into hiding.
Do you ever feel pressure to straighten your hair?
Yeah.
From a friend, family member, or yourself? Why do you think that is?
I feel a pressure from not necessarily a family member or even myself. I just feel like society kind of suppresses the curls. And even in magazines, you never really find a lot of curly haired people unless they're either African American or they're Assyrian, where it's normal for you to have curly hair. But for me, as an average, just white person, it's just not really standard.
Why do you think that is?
People want to fit in, and curly hair doesn't really fit the status quo.
Do you ever feel pressure to straighten your hair, whether from a friend, family member, or yourself?
Yes, actually, in certain situations, I have to, my parents will tell me, my mom will tell me sometimes, oh, why don't you curl or straighten your hair today so it looks nicer? Or for certain things I have to do for school or theater, I have to straighten it just so it looks more professional.
Stories of discrimination include Samir Ahmad, a news anchor, was fired from Channel 4 News because her hair was considered too scruffy, and Khloe Kardashian, a well-known reality star, used to be teased by her sisters because of her naturally curly hair. Patti Stagner, also known as the millionaire matchmaker, tells all her female clients not to show up to first dates with curly hair if they want a successful man.
Hair is more than just structured protein. It is a representation of oneself. a piece of one's personality. Every single person we interviewed mentioned that hair is a representation of who they are.
And what does hair represent to you?
Who you are.
What does hair represent to you?
I guess personality, I guess.
Curly hair is a symbol of the characteristics that are considered abnormal by society. Since people try to change a piece of themselves to fit in, will people ever stop changing themselves to feel accepted? In order to fit in, people that have differences change pieces of themselves that make them who they are. The catalyst of this problem is society's refusal to accept differences. The only way to defeat it is to embrace the differences. Change starts now, with us.